On? Yeah, we are. Here we go. This could be the match of the week, folks. Shane versus Superman Gomez. I don't know who the
Dubai.
I'm looking like a pack rat up here, all the food stuff I got sitting around. Thank you. You in a bad spot here. Oh, no.
Steve, quit ambushing. All right, here we go,
I
folks.
think they call that trolling. Is that what that means on Facebook when you're trolling? What does that mean? That means you're ragging on somebody? I think that's what that means, trolling.
Yeah, exactly. This match started. It kind of surprised me. I thought that Roberto never took a practice rack. Anyway.
I never understood the whole practice rack thing anyway. I mean, like, listen, you've been playing like all day. You need a practice rack? What you know what I'm saying? You got to have a practice. You just got done playing 4 matches in a row, and now you need a practice rack?
I think on the TV table you should take one rack because typically the TV table will play a little different. That looks like Billy Thorpe right here scoping it out, man. Sitting right in front.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a vulture sitting there. Look at him. All hunched over.
He's going to be playing Skyler for the hot seat a little bit later today. Steve, we know what time that match is, the hot seat match. He's going to look it up for us. Our director, Sir Steve. Next match? The hot seat match is coming up. This match, I think, determines, I'm not sure if this is 7th and 8th or 5th and 6th. They're a little bit behind on the loser side. The loser here is 7th and 8th. I think that's $400. The winner's 5th and 6th, $650. So they're not really into the big money yet. Of course, they're all still in the chase for the $3,800 first prize. This will probably be the smallest tournament of the 3 in terms of prize money. This one's $3,800. I suspect the 9-ball will be over $4,000, and the 8-ball will probably be at least $5,000 first prize. This is only the first event of 3 good events this week. What a contrast to watch 2 top men players after watching the girls kind of, for lack of a better words, they kind of fumbled their way through that match.
Jay, behave yourself.
Don't slap me. Please, Bobby, don't slap. Listen, let me tell you something. I've seen women when they played good, and I'm the first to give them credit when that happens. I mean, I've seen Monica play great. I've seen Kelly Fisher play just fantastic. Karen Core. I mean, we got some great women players. Love watching Vivian play. She came to this tournament last year, and I think she caught a first and a second.
She used to do that with her finger, like a tornado,
right.
You know.
And she whistles. I love it when she whistles.
Oh, yeah, she whistles like a bird the whole match. She's a character.
She's one of my favorite players. I love Vivian Varela. Got great personality. She's the Alex Pagulayan of the women's side.
There's no doubt, yeah.
Meanwhile, Roberto broke those balls up, but as you can see, he's just got nothing he can do with the 5-ball here. You better be pretty careful when you're playing a player like Shane Van Boening. There ain't much room for error. Roberto is one of the top Filipino players.
Oh,
He won the Arkansas Open this year. Finished second in that Rum Runner tournament you were talking about. He finished second in that one. Roberto is kind of, he's saddled with the reputation as a bridesmaid because he's finished second many times in big tournaments, including world championships. I mean, second ain't bad for the money, but boy, it's not good for the psyche.
Yeah.
To keep getting beat in the finals, and he's lost like 6 big finals.
Really?
Yeah. I'm talking about major championships. Nice little safety there by Shane. I think Roberto's going to be forced to kick at this ball off the end rail.
I think so.
He's got to try to kick it down past the 6 ball.
He might come off that 5 and go behind them 6 and 7 too.
Well, yeah.
Good things can happen here.
Yeah, if you kick it just right, that's it. If you kick it down past the 6 ball, where's the cue ball going to go? The cue ball's got to go behind the 6 and 7. You got to kick it just right with just the right speed. This one takes. Oh no, what's he doing here? You can't do it that way, Roberto. That's a give up there. I think you got to kick off the end rail. He looks a little dazed and confused right now. He knows the right shot, but it's like he's afraid to pull the trigger on it.
Anytime you're kicking like this, I don't like this.
Well, this is tantamount to disaster going this way.
He's trying to make it, kick it in.
I mean, what good did that shot do him?
Nothing. Didn't hit a rail. Didn't do nothing.
What good did that shot do him? All that thinking, and he refused to shoot the shot that may have worked for him. I'm not saying it had to work, but at least he had a chance. If that kick shot off the end rail was properly executed, he could have tied Shane up. Meanwhile, he gave him ball in hand instead.
Yeah.
In pool, uncertainty is a killer. You've got to. I think my feeling is, Bobby, and you tell me how you feel about this statement. I think your first instinct is usually the best. When you come to the table, you take a look, you see what you want to do. You're not commenting.
Well, my first instinct was not to get married the last time, and I did it. So you're completely correct.
No, I'm not correct.
That was my first instinct, and I went ahead and did it anyway.
That proves I'm incorrect. Your first instinct
was
not
not to get married.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
there you go.
So you're correct.
Oh, I don't even want to tell you about my second marriage. I backed out twice and still got married. You know how that one ended up.
Yeah.
I lost the house again.
Yeah.
I'm 0 for 2 with buying houses. I finally wised up, and the third house I bought it for myself.
Good move.
Yeah. If you saw my house, you never seen my house in L.A.? Well, if you ever see my house, it's a total bachelor pad. I mean, no woman would ever let me buy a house like that. I got a pool table, ping pong table, jacuzzi, basketball court in the driveway. It's a guy's pad.
Yeah. 1-0 Van Boeing.
Next time you come to L.A., you'll come by for sure.
Yeah, I've never been over there.
Well, why not? What are you stalling for, man?
I'm stuck in town. I can't go nowhere.
Why can't you go to L.A.?
Midnight.
Bring her along, man.
It's a he.
Bring him along. I got a little guest house.
Look
You
at
can
this.
stay in
Look
the
at
guest
this.
house. Ooh.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at these balls. Look at this.
He made 3 balls on the break,
Look at
but
this. The 2, 3, 4, 7. Boop,
yeah.
boop, boop.
He made 3 balls on the break, and it's a gift to Shane Van Boening.
You think Mosconi could run out from here?
Blindfolded. Blindfolded. Well, you heard the story about Mosconi when Nicky Vacciano trapped him in that game. You know that story,
No.
right? Nicky Vacciano was a real good hustler around Philadelphia. I'm going back a long time ago, back to the 1940s.
Remember, locally world famous.
He's a legend in his own mind, John Bertone is.
Anyway, I can tell you now because we know what's going to happen with Shane here. He doesn't even remove the magic rack. He leaves it there for the next rack. That way you won't have to
So
put
the
it
guy
on the-
trapped Mosconi. What happened?
Well, Mosconi was the greatest straight pool player at the time. He won several world championships already. And they didn't think that he really could play 9-ball. And Vacciano got Mosconi to give him the 5 and the break on a 10-foot table. Remember, there were a lot of 10-foot tables around the 40s. Now, we all know, Bobby, that if there are two good players, one could be a shortstop and the other one could be a champion. But if you get the shortstop, the 5 and the break, you're in big trouble. Meanwhile, Mosconi didn't know that. And what happened is Vacciano kept breaking empty. He kept breaking empty. Do you know Mosconi won the money? They played like 10 ahead for $1,000.
Really?
Mosconi beat him.
That's big money back then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard it was a $1,000 bet. I don't know if it was a race or it was a head. It probably was a race. They probably played a race to 11 or something like that. But afterwards, supposedly somebody congratulated Mosconi, and he said, 9-ball, it's a joke. To him it was such an easy game. Because he played such good position.
When you're running 500 balls, running 9 balls ain't too difficult.
Did you ever watch him do any exhibitions? He ran over 100 balls in every exhibition.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And he made it look so easy.
Yeah.
His cue ball control, to this day, I've never seen anybody that had better cue ball control than Mosconi. He put it on a dime. The only guy close to him in a more modern era, Lassiter, played that really tight, great position.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're watching the best of the American players right here. Shane Van Boening can do it all. He can play some position, and he can make balls, and he can break balls, and he can break your heart. He will win the money if he gets a chance. He's used to, it seems like every year when he comes to the U.S. bar table, he wins at least one division, and he's like almost always the all-around champion.
Mm-hmm.
If he's in the final, if he's in the final 8, then he has a chance to win from here. He's got to win like another 4 matches in a row. But
see how good he shot that last ball with the inside going 3 rails.
Perfect. Well, he's you're getting down to the money rounds. He's going to play good.
Boy, he hit that ball good right there. That was tough. Nice control, nice speed control there. Hit that ball like that and float right over.
Well, you watch Shane play, and it's a whole other level of pool. He just finished second last month in Dubai in the World 9-Ball Championship with a 128-player field full of the best players in the world. Shane, that's 2 years in a row he was runner-up. 2 years in a row. Meanwhile, second place there paid $20,000, so he got a good payday.
Mm-hmm.
He went too far there. He's not too happy. He went like a foot too far, but he can roll it in the side pocket. He's taking his time because he doesn't want to roll down and bump the 10 ball here.
I believe he's going to have to come on to the left side of the 10. Kind of stun the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah,
No.
He just touched the 10. He just grazed it, but that was good enough. Shane Van Boening, just like that, it's 3-0.
Can everybody hear the music? It's getting hot in here. I won't take my clothes off.
Calm down, Bobby. Calm down,
That's
Bobby.
what the song's saying.
Bobby, there's no music playing. That music's playing in your ad.
It's getting hot in here.
I'm sitting up here with a crazy man. Of course, he's sitting with a crazy man, too, so those two of us, we're made for each other.
3-0.
Well, Roberto's in a pretty big hole here. Roberto just won some pretty good matches today. Beat Mike Massey. They call him Superman in the Philippines.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you how it started. Years ago.
By the way, he broke the balls?
No. It ain't none of that. It's really simple. I don't know if you remember, like 10 or 15 years ago, they came out with these T-shirts that had a big Superman S on it.
Mm-hmm.
He started wearing one, and he wore it every day. I mean, for like 2 years, he wore it. Every time I come to the Philippines, here's Roberto wearing a Superman T-shirt.
Oh, really?
And after a while, everybody just said, here comes Superman.
That's funny.
So he basically gave himself his name. I should ask him, where's your Superman T-shirt? I think you need to wear. Because, you know, when he was wearing that shirt, he was beating everybody.
Yeah.
But I would see him, he was playing money matches all over the Philippines, and everywhere he had that Superman shirt
Yeah,
on.
that's funny.
It was a little intimidating, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's not for any of the reasons you would think. He can't fly, he can't jump over buildings, he doesn't have super strength. He's just a pool player.
Doesn't have Lois Lane. No.
Only you would think of that. What about speeding bullet and all that kind of stuff?
No.
That's not important to
I was
you?
thinking of Lois.
You'll take Lois every time. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to everybody if our conversation gets a little inane once in a while, but it's a long day, and we're two old men.
Well, that's right. Sit up here for 6 hours and see what you talk about. 3 in the corner? Nope.
Well, Roberto, I don't see any reason he can't get out here. I mean, the 4 will go.
Yeah. Just roll this in. A little bit of left English. He's good to go.
Even if he comes off the edge of the 10, he's going across table.
Yeah,
for
he's
the
still
6.
going across. Yeah.
He got about as good as he could on it. Got to be careful if he goes forward. You don't want to bump that 7
Yeah,
ball.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. He's got to go behind the 7 if that's what he's going to do, like that.
Isn't that nice how he hit that ball? That's a good stroke there.
Mm-hmm.
Use that English so well. I'll tell you, of all the Filipinos I've seen in my life, nobody moved that cue ball around any better than Jose Perica. He had it on a string.
Really?
Oh, he was something else. Perica in his prime, which was about 20 years long, he was unbeatable.
Is he still playing now?
Not much. He's got some health issues. He's up there. He's about 65 years old now.
I thought he was older than that.
Yeah, he's about 65. He's kind of backed off playing the last couple years. Up till 2 years ago, he was playing everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, Roberto's on the board.
It's going to be hard to catch up 3-1 playing this alternate the break the way Shane breaks. You know, hard to catch up. But they've been doing it.
I see Billy Thorpe on the sidelines watching this match. He's next up against Skylar Woodward.
We got the famous Ken Aylesworth, Sarge, watching the match.
The
on
Sarge.
The end. The
He
Sarge.
does a nice trick shot exhibition.
And he's a funny man.
He's a funny guy.
He's a good guy, Ken is. He loves pool as much as anybody.
I walked past him a little while ago. He said, Jay, I got a gift for you. He says, I'm going to give it to you in a couple of days. You know what I said? Why not today?
You know,
What are you waiting for?
Give it to me right now. You might forget.
Yeah, right. You may not come back.
That's right.
Good break there. He cut that one ball over.
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
you got a big
sure.
gap. You got a big gap to go in here.
Yeah. See, Shane, he comes up there with a little bit of a tricky rack with that 4 ball. The 4 and the 6 are together.
But the 2's right there.
What he's looking at the whole rack right now. How am I going to get out?
We done got Shane pointing.
Yeah.
Everybody's pointing.
Yeah. Well, he wants to let everybody know what he's going to do. He wants to get the cue ball in the middle of the table.
You go right in that gap, so you got to do just like that, right in that gap. Uh-oh.
That's all right. That didn't really hurt him.
No, it did, because now with a 4 go down here, with the 4 go in the bottom left corner. It will.
I think
it
so.
will. It will.
Sure it will. Sure it will.
He pointed there anyway.
I see that Roberto was sent to the loser's bracket by Vilmas Foldis, where he then beat Manny Perez, Mike Massey, and Josh Roberts. He beat Josh Roberts 7-2. Very good player. Shane, well, we know he was in the semifinals of the Ritter bracket, lost to Billy Thorpe. Then he beat Sal Butera, and here he is now playing Roberto, trying to fight his way back into the finals. He does play good, doesn't he, Bobby?
Mm-hmm.
Controls that cue ball so well.
I watched him play a lot at the Tar Studios. I watched him play many, many matches. Boy, he did play good.
I worked some of those matches.
Yeah.
Talk about long days,
You
Bobby.
got me in
Forget
trouble.
about it.
You're the one that got me in trouble
Why?
when he played Darren.
How'd I get you in trouble, man?
You got me started.
I got you started on what? What are you talking about?
Remember
man?
when Darren was
mumbling?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
And you mentioned something that got me going, and then we went back and forth.
Bobby, I don't remember that far back. That's been years ago, man. I was a young man then.
I remember like it was yesterday.
Now I'm old and ornery. Shane's got him 4-1.
4-1.
That's a big lead when you're playing alternate break. That's all I
I
know.
don't know how he can overcome it.
Especially when somebody like Shane Van Boening is breaking every other break.
I know, and he's making 2 balls, getting straight in on the 1. That's hard to fade.
Our hot seat match is coming up next at 4:30. Billy Thorpe and Skylar Woodward, 2 of the greatest young players in the country.
You know, I tell you, I've watched a lot of this alternate break versus whatever. I like the alternate break. I really do.
Well, it
Like
makes
I said,
it fair.
You got to, when it's your break, buddy, you got to come with it. You can't just hope that you can run 4 or 5 racks and break and do all that. You got to, when it's your break, you got to break good.
It's kind of like holding serve in tennis.
That's right.
You better keep holding your serve.
You can't. You got to break good when it's your turn.
And Roberto knows he's got to break good now.
Yeah.
This guy's got a powerful break.
Oh, I know he does. Yeah.
He's in a deep hole, though. I didn't hear anything go down.
I don't think he made anything.
No.
And look, the 1 ball might be straight in.
No, I don't think Shane can see enough of the 1 to make it. Well, he's looking at it like he can. Maybe he can.
It looks like it goes.
On the monitor, you can't tell. No, he's shooting straight at it. Boy, if he can make this, look at how this rack is. Oh, no, he had safety all the way.
Yeah.
Now, look at that safety he played, Bobby, and compare it with the women's match we just saw. How much time did it take him to make up his mind? 5 seconds? And he hit a good shot, too.
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm trying to start trouble again.
That's right. I ain't going. You trying to bait me in, and I ain't buying it.
You're finally getting smart, man.
I'm not going.
You're finally getting smart.
I know. I can tell what you're doing. You're
Well,
trying to get me fired again.
The important point is that it didn't take Shane long to make up his mind.
Yeah.
He got a rail.
You're trying to get me fired again. I ain't going for that old trap.
Hey, well, if I'm gonna get fired, you're going down with me. Shane might be calling the 10
He's
ball
banking.
here.
He called across corner.
He called the 10. I think. Of course, this is really a safety, folks, just so you know. He's just calling that just in case something crazy happens.
He's going to try to go 2 rails and get back down. I think
he's bringing the cue ball back up table.
This is
it's a little tough. He's jacked up. It makes it a little bit harder.
Oh, no, he was playing the cue ball on the 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to double kiss that one ball.
And he got pretty lucky there to leave the 1 tough.
I wonder if Roberto could just slide across the top of the 1 and go behind the 9. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a little too close to the 9. No, he can't. I can see it now. I'm looking at the table. He can't quite do that.
No, he might scratch on the side. It just doesn't.
Roberto's a little frustrated.
He don't have a.
Do you know they don't have one 7-foot table in the whole Philippines?
Really?
You never see a bar table in the Philippines anywhere. Everything's all 9-foot tables.
Really?
Even in the hotels, even in the bars.
Wow,
all 9-footers.
That's weird.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
They won't play on a 7-foot table. We've tried bringing them over there. They won't. Nobody will play on them.
The the tables are probably bad, right? Bad shape, bad condition?
Some are, some aren't. There's tables that are made over there that are good. Maybe not quite as good as these. There's very few diamonds over there. Probably, there may only be a dozen 9-foot diamond tables in the whole Philippines.
Really?
Well, it's very expensive. First of all, it's an expensive table, and then when you add shipping on top of it, you're talking about something like $10,000.
Yeah.
And only very wealthy people can afford that. I think Puyat's bought 3 or 4. The guy that sponsors all these top players like Efren and Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
But probably the best tables you see are the Brunswick Metros. If you know that table, you'll see them in several pool rooms.
Are they like similar to a Gold Crown?
Totally different look, and they're actually made in China, but they're good, solid tables. There are a lot of local brands that are manufactured in the Philippines that are pretty good.
See if he can hold this cue ball there. This is a little tough. Draw back out.
What if he'd like to draw all the way up in the 7 if he could?
Oh, I don't think that. He got too wide of an angle, I believe.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, he's going to. If he was over ½ an inch, he could just, kill the cue ball kind of by the rail, but he's a little too wide of an angle, I believe.
I think he can hold this ball. I think he can shoot it in and kind of like that. Just kind of hold
That's about as good as he could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's his.
Again, you take what the table gives you, and that's all he had. Meanwhile, all he's got to do is roll this 4 and go back and forth across the table, and it's easy pickings from here, just like this.
You don't know how you look till you get your picture took, is what I always say.
Hey, Bobby, what does that mean?
I don't really know.
You're coming up with all these funny lines, man. You've been hanging around the South too long.
Yeah.
I'll say one thing. Those Southerners have some sayings that you just can't beat.
Oh, I know.
I always enjoyed it the time I spent in the South. You hear some funny things down there. You're a Memphis boy anyway, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Yankee. I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton.
Yeah. Well, we had some good tournaments there years gone by.
I remember
that? Yeah. Meanwhile, Shane's charging right through this match. The way he's playing right now, I don't know who can stop him. I think the only guys that can stop him are the guys that are the young guys, like a Billy Thorpe or a Justin Bergman or a Skylar
And you know
Woodward.
what it is? What people don't realize? It's the energy, more so than the actual playing. It's the energy they bring. 9-ball's all about energy. It's all about energy.
Well, Shane's got a lot of positive energy, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Those young guys, that energy. That's why old guys can't play. They don't lose their ability. They lose their energy. That's what I think.
Well, also the young guys are not afraid.
Yeah.
They have no fear of Shane.
Fearless.
Fearless. Yeah.
That's right.
Our co-commentator here, Mary Kaufman, says they're fearless.
That's what I'm
They
talking
don't
about.
know what they don't know. That's a good line. Well, that's because, Mary, that's because they've got no responsibility. They have no family to take care of, anything like that. Well, that break didn't work out too well. He's got no shot at the 1. 3 and 9 are kind of jammed up. Not sure if the 3 will pass the 9. I don't think it will. If he was ever going to push out, it'd be right now, but Shane could see the bottom edge of the 1 ball. So he's thinking about what does he want to do here. He's given no indication that he's going to push out. This is about the longest we've seen him contemplate any shot in this match. That's him on the lower left of the screen. That's Shane standing there with his cue in his hand. One of the world's great pool players. Even in Asia, they consider him in the top 5. He's one of the best. He's the only American that's really in the equal of the top Asian players and top Europeans. No one else is held in the same regard. I would like to think that the day will come where Justin Schuyler and Billy Thorpe are also equally well respected, but they've got to earn their spurs, so to speak. They've got to win some big tournaments. That's the way you get the respect, when you put those W's up there. This is kind of a familiar pose for Roberto in this match. Just uncertain. It's the look of uncertainty. Does he want to shoot? Does he want to give it back? He really doesn't want to give it back to Shane, but he doesn't know what to do with it.
Is this a push?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how can he can't shoot this ball? He's going to try to go 3 rails and get back down here? I don't know. He's got to pass.
He's not going to, though. He thinks he's in a trap. He feels like he's forced to shoot.
Nah, I'd pass here.
He's going to go.
He's passing. You wait and see.
No, he's not. He wants to shoot. He can't. He hasn't considered giving it back to Shane. I'd be real surprised if he passes. He's afraid to let Shane come to the table because he's afraid he'll be
wait
in a worse.
See if I'm wrong.
He'll be in a worse position.
There you go.
Good call, Bobby.
I'm telling
Good
you,
call.
I could tell by the way he was holding his foot. I knew he was going to pass. You can't shoot this ball.
Well, I agree with you, but it just looked like he was afraid to let Shane come back to the table. Well, Shane's got some kind of plan here.
Missed the whole ball.
You think that was part of his plan?
That was his plan.
Roberto says, is that ball in hand? Did he really miss the whole ball?
I knew he wasn't going to take that push. Like he had no way to duck.
Well, now let's see what he does with it. He's got ball in hand.
These balls, yeah.
The key ball is the 3 ball.
And yeah. I was going to bet you $1 on that shot too. I knew I should have, but I wasn't quite sure.
I would have bet you.
I know.
I would have bet you.
wasn't.
So I owe you like a dime.
Give me a little jelly on that. I mean, I had a good.
I gave you a jelly. I gave you
Okay.
10%.
All right.
What's a jelly? 10%.
There you go.
All right. You're going to have to give me a jelly sometime.
Yeah.
Give a guy a jelly and he's still complaining. What's this world coming to? I guess the 3 will go.
3
yeah,
goes, yeah.
sure
Yeah.
it goes. Now we got a good camera angle here. Thank you very much, Sir Tim.
Well, we're working with the best. What can we say?
We got Tim and Steve are our cohorts up here. They're running the cameras for us, doing the switching. They're doing all the hard work.
Good shot there.
Well, He's got through the tough part of this rack, and pretty easy pickings for Roberto from here. This guy has been really a great player for a long time, for about 15 years now. He just never seems to quite get over the hump, so to speak. He's never really had a breakout year where he's won 2 or 3 big tournaments.
He didn't hit this one good. Oh, he's all right.
He got over there.
I thought
he did flirt with that side pocket.
I thought he'd come a little bit further down where he couldn't.
Yeah. You notice how many players are wearing gloves today?
I don't know.
A lot of them.
I wouldn't be able to make a ball with one of them on.
I tried one once. It just didn't work for me. Well, you don't want the cue ball on the rail, but it's close enough that it should be an easy shot. And Roberto wins his second game, and he'll be breaking. Billy Thorpe is sitting ringside. I haven't seen Skyler. He's hiding out somewhere. Our hot seat match will be at 4:30. And we'll still have 2 more matches tonight at 6 and 7:30. Long day at the office, Bobby. Don't start complaining now.
I'm having a blast.
You signed up for this job.
I'm having a blast.
Come on, tell the truth.
I'm having more fun than I've ever had in a while. Here with all our buddies. If I wasn't here, I'd be playing poker with a bunch of old grumpy older guys.
Where do you play at?
I've been playing a lot of Omaha High-Low at the Orleans.
Yeah, I played that game.
With
What, the 8-16?
Yeah, with a bunch of grumps.
With a half kill.
Yeah, with a bunch of grumps.
You know what? I played that game one day, and after about 2 hours, I was even. I said, I can't stand this game. I asked them to raise the bet. You know me.
Yeah.
I said, at least make it a full kill.
Yeah.
They looked at me like I was crazy. Well, you know, when you're a new guy in a poker room,
yeah.
you've got no say about anything.
Yeah.
Do you know there were guys in that game that had over $1,000 in chips in front of them?
Yeah.
They had big stacks. That's why I got in the game. I said, look at all that money.
I like playing cards. It's fun.
I played the World Series this year. I played 8 tournaments. Do you believe that?
Tobin played in 10, my friend, you know, Tobin, he played in 10 events and didn't cash in 1.
He cashed in the main event.
Not this year.
I think he did.
No.
Okay. Well, he did cash in the main event. I guess it wasn't this year. I know one year.
He cashed last year.
Oh, okay. Meanwhile, Roberto Duran is cashing in these balls. He's coming back. It's going to be 5-3 in a moment. Not a lot of commentary is needed when these guys get the balls out in the open.
Yeah, what can I say? He don't shoot the 8 in the corner and 9 inside.
That's why I don't want to explain the obvious. I mean, if there's some kind of critical situation come up, of course we need to talk about it. But Roberto makes it look almost as easy as Shane does. Shane's breaking.
Yep.
Can he use that serve to his advantage? What do you think about these guys putting their cue up on the rail like that, Bobby? That's a trend.
I don't know.
A lot of good players do that. I never did. I
don't either. I don't either.
Well, you know why? You just tap that cue and it starts rolling.
Yeah.
And it will roll off the table. And if it rolls off the table, your shaft's going to probably get a nick on it. But they tell me, now I've been told that the reason they don't lay the cue on the table is they don't want to get chalk on the butt anywhere or on the wrap. And I'm
That's
thinking,
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I'm telling you, somebody told me that. I said, how come you put your cue up in the rail? Well, I don't want to get chalk on the rail.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Don't you think?
I said, listen.
Chalk on the rail.
I said, well, when the cue rolls off the table one time and you get a nick on the shaft, tell me what's worse.
Look at this. Look at these balls. Oh, and the one fell. That was a little unlucky. The one just hung there.
He's got a long, hard cut shot on the 2, and there's a 3 right by the 2.
But he's going to go around the table right toward it.
He's going to have to go all around the table.
He's going to run into the 8, too. Watch where he happens. Watch him hit the 8. Oh, no, he hit the 3. Came in.
Well, you know what? It's going to work out okay.
That's
Watch
even
this.
better. Look at that.
Look at this. I
Well,
could
that's
see that
lucky.
coming. I could see that
How
coming.
lucky was that?
No, he played it that way, Bobby.
No, he did not. Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
Well, it worked out pretty good.
It sure did.
You know what they say, Bobby? The good players get the rolls. Have you ever noticed that? I don't think it's an accident.
No, he hit that too.
You know, good players hit the balls in such a way that they have a chance to get a good roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very important break shot for Shane this game on his serve. He needed to win that to get to the hill. I like the way he does that. Shane does his job well. 10 ball to get to the hill.
Yep. It's don't look good for Superman right now.
Well, Shane keeps the pressure on. I mean, all Roberto could do is just keep breaking and running out and hoping that Shane messes up once.
He better go in the phone booth and change clothes.
Quick.
If he's going to pull this match out, he better go in that phone booth.
Put on a Superman
That's
suit.
That's right, because this outfit ain't working.
You know, I'm going to ask him that later. I'm going to say, where's your Superman shirt? I haven't seen it for the last few years, but he did wear it. For a couple of years there, he wore it everywhere he went. In the Philippines. He might have taken it here to the USA the first couple times he came over here, but
he's about to lay on top of the rack.
Yeah. Yeah, he's another rack wizard like Corey, let me tell you.
Really?
Among the Filipinos, he's pretty good on that rack. Him and Jeff DeLuna. You never seen Jeff DeLuna play, have you?
Don't know him.
Hey, here's a guy who breaks the balls
I've heard about
like
him,
King
but I don't
Kong.
know him.
Like King Kong. Plays good. And plays good behind it. You'd love him. Jeff Luna's got that. He'll wear his hair in different colors and spike it straight up in the
look
air.
At this.
Yeah. Wow, nice break there.
No kidding. Everything's hanging. Just get on the 3. It's all over. 6 in the side and all that. Boom, boom, boom. How funny is that name of that Michael Phelps' son? You know what his kid's name is? He just had that baby with that really pretty dark-haired girl.
Yeah.
His son's name's Boomer.
Well, remember the football player, Boomer Esiason, the quarterback?
No. Don't know nothing about it.
Well, you never heard that name?
No.
Okay, well, he's the only other Boomer I ever heard of.
But that's a cool name, isn't it? Boomer?
Boomer Phelps? Huh?
You have a dog. Dog named Boomer.
Mary says, I got a dog named Boomer. So there.
It's still a good
Yeah,
name.
so
Are you really serious? You have a dog named Boomer? Oh. That's funny.
Mary's getting in on the act here. We're gonna make it a threesome.
She's outdoing me on the jokes, and I don't really like it too much. I'll tell you that right now.
I
I
told
thought
you.
she was like a straight lady.
Well, now you know better.
That's right.
Oh boy.
You just see what he just did? Drew the ball all the way back
Right.
and all the way back.
Right. Oh,
Man,
he's
he
got
made
the
it.
stroke, man.
But he drew it all the way back and up in that gap. I mean, he really hit the ball. Unbelievable.
I keep
Great
trying to tell
shot.
you he's a great player. It's just
I know, yeah.
he's up against Shane Van Boening. And Shane's made his living all these years beating
You know
great
what
players.
the thing of it is? It's not really It's not really that Shane has outplayed him this match. It's just what's happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's weird. It's
Right.
just what's happened. You know, the way the balls have broke, the way the balls wound up late. You know, it's just weird. Don't you
Well,
think?
a lot of times that's the difference, Bobby, when two good players play. It's just, you know.
It's just what's happened. It's just how the balls have happened to end up.
Well, look, let me tell you something. He's keeping the pressure on.
No, Shane's
Meanwhile,
playing perfect.
Meanwhile, Shane has to keep running out because if it's 6-4 and Shane messes up, it could be 6-5 and then Roberto's breaking.
But what I mean is this match could easily be 6-4 the other way, except for a couple of circumstances. You know what I mean? It could easily be the other way. Well, like if you're playing one pocket, since you shoot and I shoot, it's usually the best player is going to come out ahead on all the situations. But this here, if the balls break goofy or break good, then you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it.
I understand what you're saying, Bobby, but I really believe that.
No, Shane's he's played real good.
You've got some control on the break shot as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, Shane, all it is he's got this big break." But I don't believe
he
that.
banks good.
He plays so good. Look at this.
He does everything good. Forget about it. Shane does everything good.
Well, if he can find a way to get from the 2 to the 3 ball,
yeah,
he might just do this good enough to get this match over with.
He might even come behind here and hit the back of the 7 and squirt down there anyway. You know what I mean?
Looks like he's trying to go around all 3 of those balls. Let's see.
He's going behind the 7.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah, perfect.
He came off the side of the 6.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot.
The 4 will go down in the corner.
He's playing real good this match.
You know what? He wants to come out and shoot the 4 on the side because that's how he can get shape on the 6. Yeah, like that. This way it makes a lot more sense. He's going to go forward 2 rails.
No, he's going straight across.
See,
like
1,
I said,
2.
That's 3 rails.
Not quite.
No, 2 yeah. Good call, Jay.
I think we said the same thing in a different way.
Yeah, no, good call. No, Shane's playing real good this match. He hasn't made a mistake yet. He's playing perfect.
He wants to stop that cue ball right there for the 7 in the side, right past the 9.
And Shane's breaking the balls perfect. You know what I'm saying? He's stopping that cue ball down there by that diamond. 1 ball's like good. He's playing good.
I'm not sure where he's going to play the 8. Is he going to go up and down the table?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, he is. He did it too. Look at that. See that perfect cue ball speed, boy, I'll tell you what, that means a lot. It looks like nothing, but boy, when you control the cue ball like that and keep getting easy shots, Roberto just shakes his hand.
Played good, boy.
We got a winner. Shane's still alive. He's in the final 6.
He played mighty good that match, that's all I can tell you.
Okay, what time we got here?
10-4, 5-4.
So our next match is
4.
Coming right. 4:30. 4:30. We got the hot seat match. Billy Thorpe, Skylar Woodward. That should be a good one too.